Alright Wasteland, Mr. G here. We are going to talk about the Ravager pack for Crossout, which just released this morning. Do not confuse this with new faction drop. That is coming soon. Talked to one of the devs. They said they're going to have a big update and new faction stuff on the PR test server probably around next week. So you can see there's a lot of new Ravager decor items, the eye being one of them. We can also assume we're going to get some new toys and missions in adventure mode, since Ravagers are basically based on adventure mode. You can see we've got a Jawbreaker cab there with the Ravager CK. The pack we're going to be looking at today comes with a Humpback Ravager version. I don't know if it's a CK, it's really a separate standalone cab. We also get some story elements here where we really get to see the Ravagers acting like the Borg and assimilating cars. I hope these beams are going to be in game, like a super long spark. I don't know. That would be cool. I'm going to cry, Targram, if you don't put the Ravager beam, tractor beam thing in game, because it looks awesome. And the models and textures on these eye decor pieces are awesome as well. We're going to take a look at all of that stuff in just a minute. There's also a new impulse kinetic gun. We're going to take a look at that thing too. It's pretty decent, at least from initial testing. There it is. So we're going to take a peek at all of these parts that you're going to get in this pack. We're going to talk about what we think might show up for the new faction. We're going to talk a little bit more about how that's going to get rolled out as well. So here it is. It is Eater of Ravagers. I don't know if this guy eats other Ravagers or that's just a lost in translation thing coming from Russian to English. But there it is. What you're going to get in this pack is you're going to get the unique cab. You're going to get this paint, the Ravager paint, Ravager plating, which is kind of cool looking. Very Borg robot-y. You're going to get the Humpback, but this Humpback's not your standard Humpback. It's got this giant Ravager eye welded and integrated into the whole structure of the cab. You're going to get this interesting new pulse kinetic gun here, which has a cool perk, kind of like the Humpback perk, in that the more damage you take, the more damage this thing does, or the lower your durability, rather, the more damage that weapon is going to put out. You've got the eye decor item, which is actually animated and moves, which is actually really awesome. You guys are able to program and code that in. It's pretty cool. It looks like it's just on a script, though, like it just cycles through a couple of different animations, but it looks pretty slick. Turned out nice. Well done on that, devs. So lots of just decor stuff here other than the impulse weapon. You're going to get a couple of stickers with this one. As always, if you're buying a new pack, my advice is to sell all of the parts right away, because you're going to make the most money when everything's brand new and the prices on the market are high. There's another decor item. Works nice as a gun mount. You can always rebuy this stuff later. Another, I don't know why they call it hydraulic, but they do. I guess it's hydraulic tubing of some kind. So you got those decor items. You can make your build look Ravager-y if you buy this pack. Now the weapon itself, you've got to fire it like the energy weapons. You've got to keep re-clicking, and it's got a very quick cooldown. You can almost fire as fast as you want like the Corvo, but not quite. So you can see it's almost just like 0.2 of a second on the recycle time for this weapon. It feels really pretty accurate, and it goes decently at mid-range to even long-range. Now, we've gone ahead and got ourselves nearly destroyed here, and we're running a 19% damage bonus. And as you guys that have subscribed to the channel know, I'm almost always nearly dead, or all the way dead. So maybe this will be a weapon that I will like to try out. You can see it does do significantly more damage when you're beat up. Problem is, you only have the hit points of wet toilet paper at this point. But if you combine the Humpback's perk of doing more damage while taking damage, you can stack both of those perks for a decent amount of damage bonus. I'm curious if the co-driver Perseus is the one you want to use with this, or Jade, because it's confusing. Is it an energy weapon or is it a machine gun kinetic weapon, which is a little bit confusing to figure out. But there she is, guys. New faction stuff dropping probably, sometime next week. So do stay tuned with that. They're going to let me know and put this stuff on the test server, so I will be able to show you guys first. So do make sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date on all things Crossout because I'm in touch with the devs. They're awesome guys, cool team, and they're keeping me posted on what's coming down the pipeline for you guys. And that is it for this one. We're going to take this thing over the jump like we do on the channel. We're going to use the hydraulic piece as a gun mount. Jesus, let's get it done. Let's do the jump. Do the jump. Let's get it done. Go, go, go. We are in a humpy though, so we are particularly slow. One can hope that we get some cool portraits of like Ravager Borg face dudes. We can slap on our profiles. That's it for this one. I'm going to keep you guys up to date as soon as I see anything else new. Mr. G out.